Yes, I'm back, took a little bit of time off, although I actually did a lot of things in the meantime testing wise, one of which is this new add-on from Fanatec. Hi guys, Matthew here and welcome back again to my channel. No, the wheel itself is not a new product from Fanatec. Some of you probably already recognize that because of this wheel rim, but something else inside the rim is actually completely new. That being this CSL Universal Hub add-on, a more affordable take on their Universal Hub offering. In a nutshell, what this lets you do is put additional functionalities onto those rims that don't have any display, buttons or switches, like this Fanatec's Club Sport GT wheel rim, or for that matter on any of the other third-party rims that have 6x70 or 3x50mm bolt pattern, meaning you can use it with brands like Sparco, Momo and OMP. Just have in mind that with larger dished wheel rims, it will be harder to reach buttons and shifter pedals. Besides that, the only thing that needs to be covered compatibility-wise is that you have a compatible wheelbase for it, one from this list that I'm showing here, which is basically all of Fanatec's current and a bit older ones. In terms of the platform support, it's completely compatible with Windows PC. It may vary depending on the game in terms of the default setup. It doesn't support Xbox, while with PlayStation you will get limited functionality. For more details on that, be sure to check Fanatec's compatibility page. The way they made it compatible with a lot of different rim sizes is pretty simple yet effective. The whole thing stretches out easily and evenly just by undoing a few bolts and nuts on the back, for which you will get these tools in the bundle. With that, the pedal shifters also adjust from 214 to 274mm at their widest point. And although they are not made out of metal, they do use their honeycomb mesh pattern for better structural rigidity, which I've also seen on their latest McLaren GT3 V2 wheel and its clutch pedals. Feel free to check out my review of it later on. Speaking of the build quality, the CSL Universal Hub housing is also completely made out of plastic, but it does feel sturdy enough and the fit and finish is up there with the rest of Fanatec's products, even though that's their more affordable take on this particular type of product, while still covering a lot of ground support-wise, which is probably the reason why it carries this name. Installation on the wheel rim was as easy as it can be in this case. You just tighten through the rim 670mm bolts into the hub and that's it. Of course, if you need to, you can do some adjustments of the hub's width, but in this case its default closed position fits perfectly onto the rim. Flipping it onto its back, you can see the tool-free Simplified quick release adapter, which can be seen on a lot of their newer wheels. Because of it, the installation procedure consists out of you lining up the wheel hub with the wheelbase, inserting it in, and hand tightening the cap, and that's basically it. You can also notice that the bolt pattern and the back frame can also accommodate the Club Sport quick release adapter, and you would be right, it does support that too in case you want to use it. Speaking of connections, there's a USB Type-C port on the top of the hub for making connection with some of the other additional Fanatec's accessories, and it cannot be used with third-party wheelbase manufacturers or be plugged directly into a PC. Okay, what about the hub and its functionalities? In the middle of everything we have a 3-digit LED display for showing your telemetry data like speed and gears, and of course for tuning menu functions triggered with this small button on the right. Other than that, immediately you can recognize some of Fanatec's unique solutions like their 7-way funky switch, 2-way toggle and 2-way rocker switches, while there's a total of 8 standard buttons in this Skittles-like color combination, which also have that snap dome activation type of tactile feedback, and they are different in shapes and sizes, so you can easily recognize them by feel. Here is how all of them actually sound. Seeing it in action and getting to know it better by doing a couple of races with it, the CSL Universal Hub left me with that familiar user experience when it comes to Fanatec's products, very tactile and well thought out. The only thing that is lacking is that cold touch from the shifter pedals. The left and right button islands are holding their act together when you press them, they don't budge at all, which is impressive considering that some switches do need a lot of force to be triggered. The flappy pedals do introduce some minimal amount of inward flex of the hub when pressed, but as you've heard they also give a nice tactile click and have enough travel distance. As for the play of the steering wheel in relation to this particular hub, it's a bit hard for me to determine it quite accurately since I'm using Next Level Racing's FGT Lite rig. It has some flex to it, but I don't think there's any noticeable play in the joint connection of the wheel hub and the wheelbase. I'm soon switching and trying out the GT Omega Prime Sim Racing rig, which is much sturdier. Be sure to subscribe for that one. And if you want to, you can check out the just mentioned one at the link in the top right corner of this video. That's it for this time for me. Thank you once again for watching. If you find this helpful, please take a second to toss me a thumbs up. That really helps a lot. And if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe. And if you already are, be sure to press that notification bell down below so you don't miss out on a new video. And until then, catch you later, guys.